When he won his first race, they said they didn't know how this kid was such a natural. Well, that's what he did when he got his first speedster. He paid approximately $5,000 and he just drove every day until Palm Springs, and that was March 26, a couple of weeks later. And if you've ever read any of the biographies of James Garner, Paul Newman, Steve McQueen, and Jim Morrison, they would do the same thing, copying Jimmy, going up and down Mulholland Drive. And most likely Jimmy probably would take Mulholland Drive and then go south. Look at that. There you go. A car from that time period. And if you've ever read the biographies, like I said, the aforementioned, a lot of those guys would copy Jimmy driving down Mulholland Drive. Now it's pretty much impossible, but if you've ever been there, there is a way to perfect one's driving, because there's a lot of switchbacks, a lot of hard turns, a lot of serpentine twists, zigzags, declines, inclines. But it's kind of dangerous now because there's a lot of families that live there now. But back then, that was the place to go if you wanted to be a race car driver. Okay, we're going to end this video and we're going to turn right. We're going to go east. And a little factoid here, in the middle of nowhere is where a 70-year-old Annette Funicello died in 2013. She must have owned a ranch out in Shafter. And okay, here's where I'm going to take you fans right here to the parking lot. And the last race that Jimmy ever completed. And here's the parking lot right here. Here's the parking lot, as you can see, correlating it to the map. And then the grandstand. And then imagine that day in 1955, almost 70 years ago, hearing that a young kid named James Dean came in third place in back of a guy that got first. He came in first, a guy named Joe Plyon, and then another guy, J.P. Kunstler. Now, Joe Plyon was driving a MG Special, and J.P. Kunstler was driving a Panhard Special. That's a French race car at that time period. So here you go, you fans all over the world. Mentorfield, where a young 24-year-old James Dean won his last race. Now, he went on to race on Memorial Day weekend at Santa Barbara, but when he got to fourth place, his speedster blew a piston. And then after that, he went to Texas to film Giant. And then when he came back, he bought his famous Spider 550 Porsche. Okay, in the words of the great 20th century philosopher Marshall McLuhan, we look at the present through the rear view mirror while we march backwards into the future. Okay, thank you. And please subscribe. And Jimmy, good night, sweet prince. And please subscribe. Be seeing ya.